YouTube, and welcome back to another Punching Gray Raven video. In today's video, we'll be going over a small little guide. We'll be going over Plume, aka Raven Feathers. I'll be going over some of her skills, her passive and her ult. Also be checking out some team comps, what memory sets I do recommend to use on her. Quickly go over her weapon, and we'll check out her skin near the end. So all in all, let's jump right into the video. Alright, now, so Lucia Plume will be our first ice elemental attacker in the game, and she'll be one of the most important and essential characters onto your account. She herself hits really hard, and she will be the only ice attacker. Owning this Lucia would be very beneficial to help you in Warzone and in Pain Cage. Warzone for the ice stage that you currently don't have an elemental attacker for, so again, that she does fill out that slot. Plume is also a high burst nuking character, and I'll show you why if we jump right into her skills. Plume's core passive and signature move is the bread and butter of her kit, basically. And once you fully understand how those two things work in conjunction together, Plume becomes pretty easy to understand and use after that. For her core passive, she's going to have two modes. She will have Arctic mode and normal mode. Arctic mode is the mode that you set up to get to, and to acquire that, you got to use 2 triple pings, activate Arctic mode. Then you want to do another 2 triple pings before you use your signature move, and before the Arctic mode runs out, which is the little bar at the end of the screen, where that little sword bar. And then by doing that, you'll be getting the most damage you can out of Plume. And you want to set off your ulti before you lose the Arctic mode buff, because the buff will increase your signature move damage as well. They give you really high nuke potential and scores. Lucia Plume's orbs are indeed pretty strong, and the one that is most noticeable is the red orb. Especially if when you are in Arctic mode, the red orb does do a really good amount of damage, so do keep that in mind. Now if you're wondering, do I need to dupe out Lucia Plume a lot to make her beneficial and usable? No, she's pretty good at S and double S for sure. Actually really good at just S, to be honest. But you really do notice a big change when she does get to triple S and triple S plus, because triple S will allow her to start the battle with a full normal gauge. See how having triple S does help you a lot with her kit in the beginning of the battles. For content that does involve score, that is pretty important. Trying to get really high scores in Pain Cage and Warzone. Nonetheless, if you don't have triple S or triple S plus, Lucia Plume will still be hitting really hard and be doing really well for all the content in the game. Now, if we jump over to Plume's weapon, for Lucia Plume's weapon, she does get increased ice damage by 15% just having it. And after you do a 3 ping, all your damage is increased by 10% for 5 seconds. And the weapon is obviously really good for Plume, and it is her main weapon, her signature weapon. But if you do have a 5-star sword, it is still really good to use on her if you can't go out and get the 6-star weapon. Some 6-star weapons in the games for certain characters, they have unique rates onto the weapons that does help out the character a lot, like say Chrome's. For Lucia's Plume weapon, it doesn't have anything in that. It's just a base increased damage for ice and overall damage. So it is replaceable, but it's still the best weapon for Plume. And for resonancing on the weapon, if you do have some extra 6 stars that you can use onto the weapon, I would try to get the 2nd slot first for resonant, then the 3rd, and then the 1st one last, which is more important for Plume. Because the passive ability you do get on the 2nd resonance, dead point countdown, is very good for Plume, because she does revolve around using 3 ping orbs. So now onto the memories. Like I did mention, Plume is all about 3 pings, so the Hannah set is one of the perfect sets for her to run, actually. So I definitely recommend running the 4-piece Hannah. I would obviously recommend running a 9 Steina on Plume, because when she does do a 3 ping, she will be reducing people's elemental ice resistance. And this set is pretty much an overall general memory set I would recommend just running everywhere in the game with Plume. For more of a sweaty, more Pain Cage, Warzone kind of memory set, you could run the 4 Fredricks Einsteiner for now. That is a really good combination too. But it also does involve a little bit more setup, which isn't too hard, but it is more setup for the Fredricks to activate. The ice memory set that you do see during this event is good for the supporting ice characters that we will get in the future, but they're not really that great for Plume. So I wouldn't really worry about that memory set too much. Obviously pick out some copies near the end of the event and get yourself ready for support characters when they do come out. But you wouldn't have to worry anytime soon. So do keep that in mind. And for Resident, the 4 Hannah 2 Einsteiner set and the Fredricks one, I would definitely recommend just putting on 6 red orb for resonance and 6 signature move, because Plume will be nuking a lot with her signature move. There'll be 3 other supporting ice characters for Plume in the future. There's going to be 2 A ranks and also an S rank version. 2 of them are going to be tank frames, and then one of them will be a healer frame and coming out onto global. But for now, I do recommend just running Ayla with the actual new memory set that just came out during the event. I would definitely recommend running that on her because she does have a high QTE count on her hits, so it's easier to proc it when you do hit people. And also I would run a 2-piece Gloria on your Ayla if you want to do a healer. I would definitely run Lux with a 4-piece Da Vinci and obviously a 2-piece Guinevere for support capabilities, obviously. And that would be pretty much the team combination I do recommend for Lucia Plume when she does come out on the global. Again, all this is not set in stone. You can always change stuff if you want for team comps, but this is the one I would recommend. It would probably work out pretty nice now. So you can pretty much use these team comps in all the content, but if I do recommend when you do go into Warzone to just bring Karina Blast that's sucking QTE. It is honestly pretty amazing. So I would definitely run Blast, and if you do have her built out, you can have her on a DPS set, Blast with a 4-piece Hannah and a 2-piece Darwin. So you can switch up some stuff there and choose. Now, if we do look at the new memory set that we are getting in PGR, you would think by looking at the memory set that is really good to just put the 4-piece memory set onto Plume, but to be honest, still get the full benefits of that memory set if you have it onto another character just by setting off their QTE, and it'll trigger the memory set like I said for Ayla, because she does have a high hit count for that memory set to activate. So again, you can just run Plume obviously with the 4-piece Hannah set, because then she'll be getting increased damage with her 3 pings. And obviously running the Einsteiner for now is probably the best thing you can do for Plume, because there's obviously no other character that can do an ice shred. She can reduce people's ice resistance down by using Einsteiner set. That's basically how it works. So again, I would recommend running the new memory set onto your QTE bot, let's say probably Ayla for now. So you're gonna have the 2 skins. Obviously you'll have the starting one that increases into its last form at the end, which looks really cool in my opinion. Let's see a Plume slaps in the aesthetic department for sure. Then we have the nice new special effects skin that we will be getting in game, Nona Ouroboros. And this time we will be having these little glowing effects on the sides, these little wings. Overall, this skin is super sick, and I really do like it. I'm still on the fence deciding if I will pick up this one in particular, because I do want another ice skin that will be coming out in the future. I'll pull up on screen right now so you can see it. This ice skin will be on a gacha pool though, so it's a lot less enticing for a lot of people to go after it, but you can pull it earlier. But yeah, that skin again will be into a gacha skin pool, and this one won't. So you can buy this one for a flat out 168 RC at the start of the event with already a 30% off discount. After the event, the 30% discount won't be there. Yeah guys, that's pretty much everything I had to go over for the video. I do hope you found the video enjoyable and informational, and if it did help you out, leaving a like, subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and I would be very thankful as well. And yeah, I hope you all good luck on your pulls. I hope we all get her on a single pull luck. I'll see all you in the next Punishing Grey Raven video.